When I was practicing a lot with Don Miguel Ruiz, he often said, attention is more important than your beliefs. Your attention is more important than beliefs. And I was trying to figure that out a little bit. But now I really get it. Yeah, where you put your attention, your whole person is there. So that's way more important than what we believe. That's just of our thinking mind, and it comes and it goes. So for example, I used to know this producer. He was very wealthy, a big rotund guy, very, very successful. And anyway, owned an island next to Marlon Brando's near Tahiti, and that kind of wealth. Anyway, he was just angry, despised the whole Hollywood world. That's why I live out in Tahiti and so on. The people backstab you, you can't trust them, they lie, you can't trust them, and everything like that. Okay, and he was, championing, we should have really wonderful films, great films that uplift people and so on, and, how can you not but agree? Okay, but then the thing comes out like, oh, how did he make all this money? Oh, he made it making these horrible horror films. And I said, wow, you made so much horror films, like, do your kids like, oh, I wouldn't let my kids watch this shit. So his beliefs are higher films, uplifting films, but in practice, he made horror films. So he made horror films that he would not even allow his own children to see. They were so despicable. So this was a good example. Yes, his beliefs were in good uplifting films, but where he put all his attention, 90% of his waking life was to making these horror films. But where his attention was in these horror films. I mean, nothing wrong in itself with horror films, don't get me wrong, especially now with Halloween coming, but just in his depiction of things, he despised his own films. So anyway, this is an example where your attention is more important than your beliefs.